What do you mean I'm on my own? That's not very nice. Well, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have to deal with this holiday. No, the healer and I didn't have that type of relationship until after good old Daddy met with his unfortunate accident, courtesy of the prince. Now I have two women who scare me to death, expecting a gift from me on Sunday. While I love you dearly, I don't care for this complication. Yes, gift giving is a complication. How in the heck am I supposed to know what would make them happy? They're both magical beings and they could conjure anything they want or need. Well, it's not like I can buy them both vacuum cleaners and be done with it. Ursa would likely chop my head off with her handy dandy axe, and the healer would turn me into a newt for insinuating that her house was dirty. No, I'm not giving your mother another axe. She has enough of those already. She says she uses them to chop wood, but I've seen her in action. That woman has a penchant for violence. I don't know how Teddy has managed all these years. Your mother would scare any sane person. Even the wedding dude handled her with care, and he doesn't think twice about upsetting a fire-breathing dragon. That should tell you something right there. No, I'm not going to give her flowers. Remember, I tried that for her birthday, and she ordered Teddy to place the vase on a table outside. Yeah, that's what she said, but she never went near them. I think she might be allergic. I'm not taking the chance. The last thing I want is a magical were polar bear to be irritated with me. When she takes bear form, her paw is bigger than my head. I practice transforming into mist all the time, but I'm not sure I'm fast enough to escape her. Absolutely. You and I both know I can't outrun her. The only thing I can do is outmagic her. And since she's been doing this a lot longer than I have, that isn't easy. I have to use every advantage I can. The fact that wares can only transform into their native shape is about the only thing I've got going for me. She can't take an axe to mist. What are you giving Ursa? Photos. Damn, that's a great idea. They couldn't be conjured, and they have an emotional quality that regular gifts lack. Can't we just say they're from both of us? We're a couple now. Wouldn't that make sense? Naturally. They're from when you were a kid, and clearly I had no part in that. Crap. No, I can't give the healer anything like that. There weren't any family times that any of us wanted to capture for posterity. You know, the last time we had card night, I noticed your mom was drinking wine. Maybe that'd make a decent gift. Well, do you know what kind she likes? It's made right there in Alaska? Really? I wouldn't have thought grapes would grow very well in the cold. Well, that's perfect. I'll get her some of that. Yeah, unfortunately, the healer doesn't drink wine, being a vampire and all. Do you have any ideas for her? Yeah, I know she's been working with Oakley. Well, since Oakley is a fae, they have an amazing gift for plants, and the healer is trying to learn about them for her spells. Mom's making a garden at Cobalt's house? Well, that's odd. I don't remember seeing it. Oh, planning stages, huh? Yeah, she's always busy. I don't think I appreciated how hard it must have been to make time for me when I was a kid. But she always did. Yeah, she does. Okay, so what do we do? Buy her some seeds? Build it for her? Oh, you mean hire a gardener? Yeah, I can do that. Do you have someone in mind? Me? You've got to be kidding. What do I know about plants? Yeah, I know she could have hired a gardener herself. I guess I just assumed she hadn't gotten around to it. Oakley has convinced her that plants know if they're loved. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's love that makes plants grow? Well, here I thought it was sunshine and water. But okay. So the healer wants the plants to be put in by someone motivated by more than only money. Sun scorch me. You really do mean you think I should don gloves and put shovel to ground and dig holes myself? Rows? You want me to dig rows into the ground so she can plant seeds? Seeds? Seedlings? What's the difference? You know, Mom found out she's part mage. Maybe she can drink wine. No, huh? Oh, all right. I guess we should coordinate this with Cobalt. Of course you did. I've been set up, haven't I? You're good. Real good. You worked this conversation in such a way that I fell right into it. I have been played by my mate. Well, when are we meeting him? Now? I'm not ready. I have to read up on gardening. Yes, I'm stalling. I'm hoping for an epiphany and I won't have to do this. I hate it when you do that. We could have taken the car.
Hey, you two. Right on time. The healer is resting.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that she can't daywalk.
She hasn't tried. She said old habits die hard.
Yeah, I get that. I still feel a touch of panic when the first rays of the sun touch me.
Someday I hope she tries it.
I don't think Ravenoff has tried it yet either. I wonder what his hang-up is.
I think they're both set in their ways.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
She's talking about putting the garden over here.
So, how do we do this?
What's this we stuff?
Well, you're a wolf. Well, you know more about plants than I do.
Since when are wolves farmers?
Well, I don't know. Wolves run in forests. Forests are full of trees. Trees are plants, so there you go.
Does that make any sense to you? Well, if you follow that logic, then Chase is the expert. Well, they grew up in Alaska, and they're a polar bear. We could call in Oakley, but then we'd have to admit to Blondie that the three of us couldn't get this done ourselves. Are you willing to admit that?
No.
Me neither. Here, put these gloves on and start digging. I'll use the hoe.
Where did you get these tools?
Blondie conjured them a few weeks back. She'd been about to start on the project, but then an emergency came up and she was called away.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah. I tell her she needs to take a break, and she agrees up until someone calls for help, and then she goes no matter what.
So, what do you think?
Well, unless you're planting air ferns, you need to dig deeper than that, and she wants a garden to reach from here to that marker over there.
Is that a stake?
No, it's a marker.
What's the difference?
One is a weapon, the other is not.
So, point of fact, there's no real difference.
There's a huge difference.
And that is?
One term pisses Blondie off, and the other doesn't.
Good point. This is hard work, and that sunlight is hot.
Yeah, it is. But it's important to Blondie, so let's get this done.
What have you got there, Chase? What's it called? A vampire orchid. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Where did you find it? So you've been planning this for days.
I've known about it for a week.
I never had a chance, did I?
Get used to it, kid. This actually looks pretty good. Blondie is gonna really like that you did this for her. Nice work, Alex. Now, let's get out of this hot sun before we get burnt to a crisp. Figuratively speaking.
Oh, I'm with you. How would I explain a sunburn at a council meeting?
Just tell him you tried a spray tan and you were allergic to the pigment.
A spray tan? Are you kidding? The Vampire Council would throw me out for heresy.
Why did you take that gig anyway?
I wanted to finally do something to make Mom proud of me.
She already is, kid. She already is.